Good morning, everyone. We made it to Friday. Happy Friday. Lisa, Scott, Dillon here, getting ready for the weekend. We have some rain to talk about in the forecast. But first, got to remind you, of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. We appreciate it when you join us live. But of course, it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. And we also make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute. We're not just on Facebook. You can check us out on all of our social media platforms.
All right, the good news is that horrendous wind we dealt with yesterday is kind of cooling off a little bit today.
Yeah.
Well, it's less than what it was.
Yeah, it's still windy this morning, but yes, it will be less later on.
But we are going to be dealing with rain throughout the next several days.
Yeah, which we do need. Yesterday that wind blew up a lot of dust, and we had a lot of pictures come into our weather center blowing dust. So this rain will at least help settle some of that. Rain showers off and on today, likely wrapping up tomorrow morning. A good break tomorrow. Most of the day tomorrow is cloudy, windy, and cool.
Good.
And then next round of rain moves Sunday, thinking mid-afternoon, or midday into the evening. A couple showers left over Monday morning, and then cloudy again Monday, and warmer next week.
So a few breaks in there. When I say good, it's not like it's a total wash of a week. We do need the rain, but there's going to be some dry hours in the day.
Oh yeah. Sure. So tomorrow mostly will just be cloudy and windy.
Okay.
We'll see a lot of rain tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sunday though.
And next week we are still going to see some more rain, but warmer temperatures are going to
be a couple chances of showers on Tuesday and Thursday. Don't look as likely as these showers this weekend. But upper 60s, low 70s by next week. May is Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Time flies. All right. Today is the last day of North Dakota Summer Severe Weather Awareness Week. We talked about all sorts of things. Today it's flash flooding, and of course, flash floods happen. So Dylan, dive into a little bit about kind of what happens with flash flooding and why that can be dangerous.
Yeah, so flash flooding primarily happens in summertime thunderstorms when it rains. Like sometimes we get 2 inches of rain in a half an hour. That does happen when you get those really heavy storms. It downpours for a while, and then you have flash flooding. So flash flooding is like even street flooding. Sometimes I know we have that problem in Fargo. Some of like the 25th Avenue Bridge was famous for that. But now I think they fixed that last year, didn't they?
I think so.
The underpass there?
The underpass.
I don't know if it's, maybe it is.
Not sure.
But that is a hot spot though, for if it rains and you want to see flooding, Yeah,
there's areas like that, that flash flood because the sewer can't keep up. Similar thing can happen with the ground. If your ground is too dry and it rains too hard, the ground can't soak it in and it runs off. And you might see that. So that's what flash flooding is. You're not going to see any of that this weekend. It's steady or slower rain. But this summer, when we get those strong thunderstorms, it's a good thing just to never drive through, ever drive through flash flooded or flooded roads. You never know what's underneath, or if the road washed out or whatever it may be.
Yeah, for sure.
But a good reminder. Not going to see that this weekend, but
turn around, don't drown.
There you go. That's the saying.
That is the saying.
We talk about severe weather. We always think about tornadoes, obviously, and then the severe thunderstorms. But you do have to be aware of flash flooding because it can certainly, have an impact.
Yeah, they say just a couple inches. What isn't it? 6 inches can knock you off your feet if it's fast moving.
Yeah, and then I think it's less than a foot can pull your car off of its wheels and sway you away. So
dangerous
scary stuff. Yeah, water is scary.
Gotta be aware of it.
Yep.
Thank you, Dylan.
You bet.
Right now, Fargo police are warning of a new scam where someone is impersonating one of their officers. This is how it's working. The scammer claims to be a Fargo police officer. The number appears to be from the Fargo Police Department. They're cloning the number. Then they ask you to send money to avoid criminal charges. Officers are telling us they do not do that. They don't call and ask for money over the phone. If you get a phone call and you find it suspicious, it's always a good idea. Ask for the officer's name and then, hang up and call the police department back to see if it's actually legitimate.
All right, this morning we're working to find out when a man who fired a gun during a standoff with police will be in court. Right now, 35-year-old Kyle Spicer is in the Grand Forks County Jail. He's facing multiple charges. Deputies were called to a farm south of Thompson on a report of a suicidal man with a gun. They say he fired one shot, but it wasn't exactly clear where he was aiming it. After a little bit then, he was arrested, and like we said, he's now in jail.
Okay, both Scott and Dylan have admitted they're a little tired because you stayed up late past your bedtimes watching the draft.
Far too late.
Well, now it's Friday, so you can stay up as late as you want. Exactly. You can watch the second round of the NFL draft on WDAY. Rounds 2 and 3 will be taking place starting at 6 o'clock. Because of the draft, our evening newscast will look a little bit different today. Our 6 o'clock will be on WDAY Extra instead of on the main channel. Then WDAY News at 10 will air right after draft coverage ends, which I think once again, it's expected to be around 10:30.
Yeah, but last night I went later than that, so yeah, just know we have the news. It's going to happen after the draft. That's the main thing. All right, plus the Vikings, they got their guy, Dillon's new quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, throwing to Justin Jefferson.
Oh, he's coming back.
What about him?
Well, according to Sean Payton, he's going to be the next Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, everyone
well, maybe
can't
he
hear
will be.
that. They can't hear your trash talking.
I'm here now.
He's razzing me for no reason, really.
Well,
I was just trying to hype up your Vikings, and then you come over here throwing shots.
as a Viking fan, I have every right to dislike Sean Payton as much as I
Okay,
want
well,
because
that's
of the
fine.
Saints scandal in 09.
We're not talking about Sean Payton. We're talking about the Vikings.
No, I'm talking about
Dylan.
Sean Payton
Okay.
because he drafted Bo Nix and compared him to the next Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, well.
So high expectations of the Broncos. But yeah, McCarthy for the Vikings, great, better than Bo Nix and the Broncos and Sean Payton. And then we have the defensive lineman.
You're
Dallas
just trying
Turner.
to insult me so much, you're throwing your mind off.
I am. I really am. I do myself. At least laughing, you throw me off.
Okay, yeah.
Dallas Turner. So good draft. We have no picks today, and hardly any picks tomorrow. The Vikings
Yeah, or next year.
or next year. But hey, we have two good players now. So
Hey, that's right.
We can live on this high for right now, and then the Timberwolves can go 3-0 tonight
Yeah.
in the series. They play the Suns tonight at 9:30, and Minnesota sports fans can just be happy for once.
Hey,
be
enjoy it while
nice.
you got it.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
So okay.
Yeah. All right, good luck, Dylan. We hope you stay happy.
Yeah, if you trash talk Minnesota teams, let me know next time.
All right, Dom will also be talking about the draft today on Hot Mic, which is on WDAY Extra from 9 to 11. He's got more to say about J.J. McCarthy. He's going to have a total recap,
Oh, yeah.
his take on day one as well. And it could be a huge weekend for South Dakota State football. Offensive coordinator Ryan Olson will join the show to talk about 3 Jackrabbits who could have their names called this weekend. Hot Mic is on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com.
And then don't forget, for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you could get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal.
Okay, and be sure to join us for our next newscast. Starting at 11 this morning, we'll have an update on the rain, where it's at, track that for the day, and then we have you covered this afternoon. We do have our 4 and 5 o'clock newscasts as normal, and then we talked about the other newscasts that are happening just a little bit later. So
Yep.
6 on Extra, and then we have you covered 9 and 10-ish,
10 after the draft.
10 after the draft.
Could be 11, who knows? We'll find out.
Could be 11-ish.
All right. We also have First News over the weekend, our weekend newscast. Our coverage of the draft continues on Saturday on ABC as well on WDAY. So tune into that. And then we'll be back on Monday morning with First News from 5 to 7. So be sure to join us then.
Have a great weekend, everyone.